mechanical engineering, say for example, you are entitled and you are eligible to get into mechatronics as a specialization. You can get into HVACs, you can get into the program of you can say CNC precisions and stuff like that. So those core sort of things which is highly in demand in Canada, you can recruit yourself back for those specialized degrees, and that would get you a good job opportunities upon completion of your diplomas and advanced diplomas. Now those who have already completed bachelor's degree but just got 6 bands overall or not less than 6 in each, few colleges might offer you a postgraduate certificate programs, but most of them would allow you to get recruited into a diploma and advanced diplomas. So don't worry, you are eligible to get through that as well. Graduate certificates and master's degree. So of course, master's has been offered from universities. So universities will be entitling you for a master's degree qualification, wherein graduate certificate is simultaneously offered by colleges and the universities. All right, so when we talk about types of institutions, Canada is divided between two sort of institutions where most of the students are getting confused. So colleges are amongst like community colleges and private colleges. So they are divided into two. So there is no such as such difference, but that includes a polytechnic institutions as well. And colleges are more towards its practical orientation. So as we spoke, they are more into specialization degrees and stuff like that. You will encounter more practical studies, working into the lab, working into co-op courses and stuff like that. So that would entitle you for the colleges. The moment you say you want to get into universities, be ready for your research oriented education, wherein universities would get you into more research, and they will lead you to further researches and PhDs in case if you guys are interested in. Universities are basically divided into public universities and private universities. The entry criteria are of course a bit higher and into the universities. So say for example, if you want to get into a master's degree, you need to be sure that universities would be a bit costlier. Apart from this, you need to have a good CGPAs in order to encounter yourself for a master's degree into universities with amazing CV, amazing SOPs and amazing letter of recommendations, and we have to beat the deadlines as well. So the moment we are able to beat the deadlines, we are definitely into university applications. Okay, meanwhile, you guys can just list up your questions into the chat box, because you might be encountering so much of questions while undergoing such presentations. So don't worry, we are definitely going to encounter each of your questions and we are going to answer you that at the end of the session. Application process. So how applications go? So right now, currently students are a bit confused. Ma'am, our results are not out. Ma'am, we are unable to go out and appear for the examinations, and IELTS has not been conducted and stuff like that. So guys, conditional of applications is definitely possible. There are many institutions who have taken an initiative to provide a conditional admissions to the students who are aspirants to go into Canada and apply for September intake, and probably Jan intake has also started with majority of the institutions, the bigger institutions. Conditions would both be allowed depending on the institutions. Rather, you have all your academics ready, but IELTS is pending. Don't worry, we can apply for conditions as well, and we have alternate to IELTS, which we are going to discuss into the next slide. And in case if you have done with your IELTS but your last semester results or 12th standard results are pending, don't worry, we can apply for the conditionals as well. Documentation. So those who are applying for diplomas, advanced diplomas, graduate certificate, 10th onwards, all qualification mark sheets are required, including all backlog mark sheets. So understand one thing, all backlog mark sheets are also important, because every now and then we encounter students that, ma'am, like we cleared those subjects and that has been reflected into another mark sheets. So what's the point showing you all the mark sheets? But guys, it is important as embassy is requesting it, right? And those who are applying bachelors at universities, so those who are looking after 12th standard in bachelors in university, you need to have 10th, 11th and 12th mark sheets. And those who are pending with their 12th mark sheets, you can apply with the predicted scores as well. And you can take the format from us, and we will advise you how to get through your predicted scores. Those who are applying for a master's degree into the universities, we need the bachelor's transcript at least till 7th semester, and that result should be sealed or open. Both are required. Letter of recommendation, statement of purpose, CV, work experience documents needs to be applied when we are applying for the master's degree into the universities and bachelor's degree into the universities. Apart from these general documentations like your passport copies, credit card details, we need to courier certain documents to the university. So that they depends upon case to case basis, and that goes along with it. Okay, so many of the students are always confused, ma'am, whether we should take co-op courses or we should not take the co-op courses. What is co-op courses? Is it actually beneficial or not? So guys, co-op is a cooperative education system, and it is basically provided to the students who are belonging to the STEM sort of courses or any courses background, where Canadian education system feels that you need to go out and work for certain hours, so at least you will get a practical orientation as well. So if you are getting into a co-op institution, that might be paid or unpaid, that might be offered by the institution, or you need to search by your own depending on the program you are making an application. And that also depends upon the university or the college we are making an application. Sometimes it happens, if you're not getting into co-ops, don't worry, it's okay, because you are as such entitled for work permit upon completion of your education. You can definitely get into a work permits, and you can work accordingly, according to the requirement of the universities, and you can get the practical exposures, of course. All right, so yeah, this is one of the amazing fact which I came across, that Canada is third large oil reserves for any country in the world after Saudi Arabia and Venezuela. So guys who are from mining engineering and those who are from engineering background, any sort of engineering background, if we understand, if it is oil reserves, they are into urban planning, town plannings, they are into many other sort of things, and hence creating immense opportunities. Can I request people to mute themselves, please? Thank you. Hence, it is creating immense job opportunities for the engineers back there. All right. So till now, if you guys have any queries, you can just drop down here, or else I'll take you through a guide where many of our alumni students who are placed into the universities, and they are amazingly affected with the university educations, and they